Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be explaining my 4-3-3 custom tactics on FIFA 20. As you can see from behind me, this formation and these tactics have guided me to Division 1 in seasons, and after suggesting these custom tactics to a friend of mine, he went from 24 to 6 to 29 to 1 in the space of one weekend of FUT Champs and went 39th in the world. This video involves my player instructions, formation change and custom tactics, so if you're struggling in any game mode in FIFA from Ultimate Team to Career Mode to Seasons, these tactics are effective all over the game. I suggest using these custom tactics if you're struggling more in the attacking region more than defense, as what I've seen from my plays that it results in more goals and chances being created. However, due to my instructions, I still managed to keep a high defensive line and barely concede any goals. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So in terms of custom tactics in defense, I recommend keeping it unbalanced, as with this formation you don't want your midfielders and players out wide sitting back with your defense or pressing and moving out of position and opening up opportunities for your opponent. So regarding defense, you want to have it on width 6 and depth 4. This is purely because you don't want to open up at the back and keep it tight, as you only have 2 centre backs and 2 full backs to defend. Just because the width is 6 does not mean that players are going to be able to capitalise on you through the middle. It just means that your players are going to be spread out equally, so that the wingers, the central attacking midfielders, the strikers, etc. can't break through your team so easily and just capitalise down the wing or capitalise down the middle. And regarding depth, the reason I put it on 4 and not lower like 3 or 1 like what some pros do is so that when you do want to counter attack, as you'll see later, you have your team slightly up the pitch, and it also keeps a high line so that their team can't really catch you off guard, because I recommend using fast defenders so that if they do manage to turn your defenders, you're able to catch them quickly, because you don't want to just be one-on-one the goalkeeper. That's not really going to help you. So going into offense, this means attack. I recommend using long ball, and no, this doesn't mean you're just going to be booting out the ball to Peter Crouch at the top of the pitch. This basically means that your striker will stay on the last defender, so he can, if your striker is quick, for example a Marcus Rashford, you'll be able to turn in the defender, or if he's tall like a Llorente or a Zlatan, you'll be able to catch the ball, header it up and potentially score a header. What a lot of people don't understand is it's not real life football and you're actually in control of your team. So unless you physically press square to lob the ball to the striker, it's not going to go to him in that style. If you press triangle or X, it will still get to him while he's still on the last defender, so you can turn him. Because what FIFA are trying to do is that the striker will head the ball, but he has to stay on the last man, so you can just turn around the defender. But if you do pass it to his feet, you'll be able to turn him quicker, and especially if he's got pace as well, because that would just help. So regarding me putting width on 8 is purely because when you're using a counter-attacking formation like this, you want your width, you want your wingers and your striker to be far apart. So pretty much, it sounds a bit bad, but sweaty goals are a big part of Ultimate Team, when you just want to pass it across the box and score, even if you just want to whip it in if you have a tall striker. But I recommend using fast tall strikers. So as I said earlier, like a Rashford, he's got quite high, I think he's around 6 foot, and he's very pacey as well, so you can just run through the middle, turn your defender while keeping up with the wingers as well. But this is one of the key aspects. I say keep it on 8 specifically. This will really help as well with the long ball strategy, as when the striker needs support, the wing players can cut inside, as you'll see in the instructions later on. So coming down to players in the box, the reason it's on 6 is because when you're on a counter attack, it doesn't push your whole team up the pitch. Don't be deluded by that. It doesn't mean 6 players are going to be in the box. It just means that because there's 11 players on the pitch and only 10 bars, so it pretty much means that your winger, if you're coming down from the right side of the pitch, your left winger, your striker and your cam will be in the box. If you're coming down the left, your right winger, your striker and your cam will be in the box. Going on to corners, I recommend putting it on 2 bars, and you only really need about 4 to 3 players inside the box, and hopefully they're tall players. That's why I will say it again, I recommend getting tall and fast players such as Marcus Rashford. I keep repeating his name, but he's a player that I want in my Ultimate Team. I'm going to strive towards him because he's an all-round great player. He's got finishing, he's got pace, and he's got height, and that works, that complements his formation and custom tactics so well. Coming down to free kicks now, I say put it on 2, because literally 9% of the time I shoot from my free kicks. I don't really play it into the box, so I might pass it to the player inside the box and then shoot. But you don't really need about 4 to 3 bars or any more than 2 really, because you're not going to need that many men in the box, especially if you miss and they counter attack you. You're going to need many defenders and players back. So that'll wrap it up for the custom tactics. So hopefully you implement that into your team and your tactics. But now we're going to move on to the player instructions. So regarding wingers, as you're just putting it on defensive support and stay forward, as you want them wingers to stay up the pitch. You don't want them to track back and help with the defense, and you want to put support runs on getting behind, so then they cut inside basically and help with the striker, and on a counter attack they want to be far out on the wing. But everything else you want to keep on balance. If you're going to change anything, maybe the interceptions you might want to put on conservative so they don't just rush into any challenge, but apart from that you want to keep everything how it is on the screen now. Coming down to the striker now, I recommend putting support runs on stay central and keeping everything else on the default except defensive support. You want to keep that and stay forward so he can stay out the pitch, and obviously with the long ball he wants to turn around the defender, so keep him up the pitch, and everything else pretty much the same. If you're going to put anything interceptions, once again maybe put down conservative or maybe an aggressive, because you want your striker to duel with the defender. You don't want him just to be standing up the pitch stiff. So but yeah, everything else keep at the same. Go into the cam role now, central attacking midfielder. You want this keep this player stay forward. This is the last stay forward player, so make sure he stays forward. You want to put defensive support on stay forward. You want to put the positioning on free roam and keep everything else on default. Normal interceptions and balanced crossing runs. If you're going to change anything, again I keep saying it, but interceptions, but I don't recommend putting it on aggressive, only on conservative, because you don't want him to get no red cards or any type of booking, because he's one of the most key players in the attack for this formation and custom tactics. Coming down to centre mid now, central midfielder, the CDM role, you want to put a attacking support on stay back. You want them 2 CDMs, so in my case Matic and Chola, but this is my road to glory team by the way. You want to put them on stay back while attacking, as you don't want them to push forward. They're going to sit in front of the defense and keep a solid line, put their interceptions on aggressive and keep everything else on balance. These are very important roles in the defense, as you want to keep them back, so then the 4 players up front can actually push forward and have a defensive line that can support them well. Regarding the fullback positions, so left back and right back, you want to keep these players back from overlapping, so you don't want them to push out the pitch. You want them to sit back and actually play as a fullback, like pretty much a wide centre back. So you want to put the attacking runs on stay back while attacking. You want to put the interceptions on aggressive, but leave their run type as it is on default. So finally we come down to centre backs. You want to put the attacking support on stay back while attacking and the interceptions on aggressive. Let me break down interceptions, and to be much, if you put an aggressive, every tackle that they see they're going to push. Conservative, they'll stay back, and on normal it's just pretty much that sometimes they'll go, sometimes they're not. It depends on how suitable the chance is. But these instructions are very important as a centre back, so a crucial part of the defence, especially as your depth's going to be quite high. So that does wrap up the custom tactics and player instructions video. If you enjoyed the video and it helped you in any sort of way, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video in a bit.